Hi everyone, this is Mayor Orman. Today I have Chad Cox, who's the Executive Director at Summit Aviation with us. And Summit is a partner with the city at the Municipal Airport. We've had a lot of things going on at the airport, new things like the grass strip, but also the flight lessons. And I think that's something as we are moving through COVID-19 that I've seen people have really appreciated having the airport and having some of this connection to the aviation industry that is kind of unique. Bentonville's airport is definitely, I think, much more engaged with the community than you might see in other areas. So can you talk to us about that, Chad?
Absolutely. And thanks for the support that helped us get the award in 2018 for best, that was 700 plus airports that we beat out and have continued to partner with you guys to innovate since then. So from the growth in the flight school, and we are 150 active students and 170 on a wait list, and growing the number of airplanes and instructors that we have and introducing a simulator, to the growth in the flying club, which is there to bring in a more accessible option for pilots to be able to rent a plane and go wherever they need in somewhat of a pool of airplanes. So those are a couple of the things. The airstrip, the grass strip here at the Bentonville Airport wasn't quite open when we won the award. So since then we've been able to see airplanes take off and land. And then probably the largest, most notable feature from the air as you're coming into the airport are the developments with Osage Park to the north. And it's a beautiful design, a lot of boardwalk going through some wetlands on the west side. On the east side, you have a more activated space that has an archery range, pickleball courts, a music venue, and it's really going to be something when it opens up. And I would say a smaller park, but more integrated into the airport is a Lake Bentonville Park, which has been a city park for a long time. And for years we've been saying, hey David, hold off on fixing that up because we're going to do some things at the airport, and I think we can do them in partnership. And so it's in the middle of a renewal right now, and it'll have one of the best playgrounds, a 5 to 12-year-old playground for families to come out and watch planes and stay active.
Yeah, it's really exciting to see what is coming around, not just the airport, what we're doing in the airport, but what's coming up next to it too. So I think it's going to bring more and more people to the aviation industry. I like to go to the field house and just watch the planes land. I think it's a good family experience too. So there's a lot of things out there coming, but again, how people can be engaged with the airport. So you want to give some more information on how to be more engaged out there?
Sure, and just looking at the airport and the background behind you, it reminds me, you walk up to a lot of airports and it's a very tall fence with barbed wire and signs saying, basically, if you're not already a part of this, go away, you're not welcome. And I'm proud to live in a city that doesn't take that stance, that says we can, in a very measured way and thoughtful way, have barriers to entry that don't seem uninviting. And so whether it's landscaping or the way we have a lawn that an entire community is always welcome to come out and watch planes take off from. I guess one of the biggest surprises, unintended consequences, the field house has always kind of been packed at the parking lot. So we made an extension to the south, and it's every day you see someone, a grandpa and their grandchild or something, backing a truck up and lowering a tailgate and watching planes from there. And my thought is, well, we have a whole lawn. Come out and enjoy it there too, but maybe that's a better place to watch planes. So it's really great to see how, unlike most any other airport, the city of Bentonville has transformed its airport to be accessible to the entire community.
Absolutely, and I think that's what we want the public to hear is we've been, I think, working in partnership with Summit, very intentional about trying to make it a space where, you're right, you don't see municipal airports operate in the way that ours does, because we want you to be part of it. We want you to come out, and whether you're parking your truck or you're getting out and getting into the lawn space and the up and coming new park space out there, we want you to be able to experience. And I think it's exciting. And again, I know from looking at social media, I see some of my friends that I don't think ever thought that they would be learning how to fly a plane, have that accessibility to it. And it's really, truly something that I think, again, we've been intentional about, but the community is learning more about it and they want to be a part of it. So one of the things I always get inspired with is when I hear a story about a city facility or something that's really impacted someone's life. And so I think you might have a story that you could share with us.
Yeah, I have a lot of stories that I could share, but it would make this a very long interview. The one that pops to mind is a story of a young lady from Eureka. She lives here in Bentonville now, but she was taking flight lessons in Springdale, washing airplanes to make money to be able to do each flight. And that grew into her getting a job fueling airplanes. She ended up getting her license. I believe she was a teenager. I think she started with us when she was 18. She's 20 now. And she just keeps moving along, growing her skills in aviation. She has her license, her tailwheel endorsement, her high performance. And at this point, she leads our team out on the ramp, which fuels airplanes and gets them in and out of hangars. So at the age of 20, she's one of our supervisors, with this ultimate goal of flying mission work in other countries, helping to support people in need. And so her name's Emma. We're really proud of her. And I would say within the company and within the student ranks, there's many more stories like that. And it makes coming to work and being at the airport not a job at all, but a passion.
Any ideas or suggestions on if somebody wants to learn more about the airport and how they can be more engaged with it, that you want to give?
Sure, yeah. So going back to accessibility, one of the major things we do here at Summit is find aircraft that are affordable to fly if someone wants to learn. And so if a person wanted to come out and take a discovery flight, they can go on iflysummit.com and sign up for a discovery flight, and they come out and a certified flight instructor spends a little time before the flight and talks about, here's what the controls do and here are the major components of the airplane. And then they go up in the air and they fly together, and a person on their first flight sitting up front gets to make a turn and gets to climb and descend. And so that's a very easy way to find out, is this something that I enjoy? Really excited that we have a much larger percentage of female pilots than most flight schools. And it's, for the last 30 plus years, it's been anywhere from 4 to 7% females in the pilot population. And that's just way too low. And I don't know if it's because we're so integrated with the community and less intimidating, but we're really excited about that demographic out here as well, and would welcome more female pilots to join our flight school.
Well, we talked a little bit about the park that's coming in. Plus, do you have any completion dates that you want to give the public, and when they can hopefully come out and enjoy not only the airport but the experience of the amazing park amenities that are going in as well?
Yeah, it's looking like later in the fall, this year. It's a major project. The lake has almost doubled in size, which doubles it's a Arkansas Game and Fish supported lake. They come out and they stock it with several varieties of fish. And so the opportunity for the community to get outdoors and fish is greater. The pickleball courts, if you haven't played pickleball, it's an extremely fun and easy to learn game, easy to get a serve in. And then the archery range is set up so there can be competitions. So in Arkansas, I believe through Arkansas Game and Fish, there's a high school league, and they'll be able to host some of that here in town. And then one more thing before we go, I wanted to mention is a big part of the airport out here is that Bentonville has an aircraft manufacturer named Game Composites. They make airplanes from scratch. The engine comes from Pennsylvania, but almost all the other parts are made right here. And so you may see currently there's an aerobatic team that launches out of here every day and goes out into an unpopulated area and does aerobatics at a high level. But it's just so cool that there's all these different components happening in our town and helping to build this, make a more vibrant community and a really strong aviation community.
Well, we certainly appreciate the partnership with the city, and anything we can do to make the public more aware of the aviation industry, and especially how innovative I think our municipal airport is being in that realm, I think is exciting, and people want to learn about it. So I only see bigger and brighter things at the municipal airport. And again, appreciate you joining me today, Chad.
Thank you so much, Mayor Orman. Really appreciate y'all's partnership as well to make this possible.